The wooden spoon, light and firm, glides over the plate. A golden, translucent liquid spreads, forming irregular patterns. The aroma, intense and sweet, invades the nostrils, an irresistible invitation to a sensory dive. It is honey, the elixir of bees, a natural product that has fed and enchanted humanity for centuries. But is the explosive production of honey, this liquid treasure, just the result of chance? Or are there secrets, techniques, and strategies that transform hives into true production plants? The answer, like many other fascinating questions about nature, is hidden in the complexities of the world of bees. This documentary does not limit itself to presenting the facts. It delves into the journey of a passionate beekeeper, drawing a detailed map of the universe that involves honey production. We follow his discoveries, his frustrations and his successes, seeking to unravel the mysteries behind the production of such a special product. The path, however, is not just a search for technical answers. It is an exploration of the interconnection between man and nature, between science and intuition. So, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to never miss an update. Imagine yourself in the heart of a rural landscape, where the sun floods the lush green fields. The flowers, in vibrant colors, seem to smile at the sky. In this scenario, we find our protagonist, a beekeeper who, with the attentive eye of an experienced observer, connects with the life of the bees. He knows that the key to an abundant and high-quality harvest lies not only in management techniques, but in a deep understanding of the local ecology. And it is precisely at this point that our journey begins. The choice of the ideal location for the hive, the interaction with the local flora, the influence of climatic factors, all of this directly impacts the quality of the nectar. And the mysteries of communication between bees? How do they organize themselves? How do they decide where to look for nectar, and how do they transport this precious cargo? This documentary delves into these secrets, unveiling the wonders of the invisible world that hides behind every drop of honey. But honey production is not an isolated activity. It is intrinsically linked to the balance of the ecosystem. The growing threat to beehives, the loss of biodiversity and the consequences of these events for honey production are crucial issues. In this documentary, we investigate the causes and consequences, seeking sustainable alternatives for beekeeping. After all, honey production is more than just an industrial process. It is a window into the richness of biodiversity, a testament to the interdependence between man and nature. It is a journey that invites us to reflect on our role in preserving this natural treasure, so fundamental to ecological balance and the future of honey production worldwide. Follow us. In addition to choosing the location and understanding the flora, another crucial element is understanding the complexities of the hive itself. Imagine a tiny city, full of incessant activities, where each bee plays a specific role, from collecting pollen to building honey storage cells. The internal organization of the hive reflects an impeccable system of communication, essential for efficient honey production. Bees use complex dance and pheromone codes to communicate information about the location of nectar sources, their distance, and the abundance of resources. This intricate and sophisticated system is a model of biological efficiency worthy of admiration and study. Now consider how this understanding applies when faced with the growing threat to bee colonies. Diseases, pests, and climate change pose significant challenges to the health and survival of bees. Understanding the internal dynamics of the hive, combined with careful observation of bee health, allows beekeepers to identify potential problems early and take preventive measures, ensuring the health and longevity of bee populations. One case in point demonstrates the importance of such attention. In a hive located in the mountains, early identification of a specific disease allowed a treatment protocol to be implemented, saving the hive and preventing the spread of the disease to other nearby colonies. On the other hand, technology has proven to be a valuable ally in the search for sustainable management strategies. Sensors and monitoring equipment allow beekeepers to monitor, in real time, the health of bees, the temperature and humidity inside the hive, and the quality of nectar. This precise and detailed information allows for better decision-making, optimizing production and minimizing environmental impacts. The use of drones, for example, makes it possible to inspect vast areas of flora, helping to identify new sources of nectar and optimize data collection. This concrete example demonstrates how technology can be a powerful tool, combined with careful observation and empirical knowledge of beekeepers. However, sustainability in beekeeping goes beyond technological advances. It involves preserving biodiversity, ensuring the existence of a variety of flowers and plants that provide the nectar essential for honey production. Promoting local flora through management practices that respect ecological balance is essential for the health of bees and the maintenance of honey quality. Imagine a scenario where monoculture replaced floral diversity. Bees, deprived of a variety of resources, would have their survival compromised, and honey quality would be drastically affected. This is why preserving biodiversity is crucial for the sustainable success of beekeeping. Consequently, honey production presents a concrete example of how science, technology and careful observation of nature can combine to generate positive and lasting results. This balance between human intervention and the preservation of nature is essential for the efficient and sustainable production of honey, ensuring that this liquid treasure continues to feed and delight future generations. Deepening this knowledge is a crucial step towards building a promising and sustainable future for beekeeping in an increasingly complex and challenging world. In addition to the crucial interaction between bees and flora, there is a fundamental dimension that often escapes attention: the influence of human communities on the landscape itself. Urban sprawl and agricultural intensification, while boosting the economy, often drastically alter natural habitats, reducing the availability of flowers and resources for bees. Fragmentation of ecosystems creates islands of resources, making it harder for bees to move around and find food. Imagine a river, once flowing and abundant, now reduced to a trickle. Biodiversity, which once flourished along its banks, suffers from the restriction. Similarly, fields that were once full of flowers now offer fewer options for bees. Now consider how this applies when faced with the challenge of maintaining sustainable honey production. Preserving ecological corridors, areas that connect fragmented habitats, becomes crucial. These areas act as bridges, allowing bees to move between different food sources, ensuring the vitality of hives. A pioneering project in the region demonstrates how creating native flower gardens around agricultural areas has become an effective strategy. The results were impressive. Not only did honey production increase significantly, but local biodiversity also strengthened, creating a virtuous cycle. Another crucial factor is understanding land management practices. The use of pesticides, despite their apparent effectiveness, poses a significant threat to bees. These chemicals, when they enter the food chain, can have devastating effects on bee health. The consequences go beyond direct mortality. Exposure to pesticides can compromise bees' ability to navigate and communicate, affecting their ability to find food and return to the hive. These subtle but crucial impacts demonstrate the need to adopt more sustainable farming methods that prioritize bee health and environmental balance. So, share this video with someone who will love it. In contrast to this problem, inspiring examples emerge of how human interaction can benefit bees. The creation of protected areas, where nature can flourish freely, provides refuges for bees, allowing species to be preserved and biodiversity to be promoted. These sanctuaries, often supported by local communities, demonstrate the power of collaboration between humans and nature. Protecting forests, areas where bees find essential resources, is vital to the survival of these tiny creatures. A recent study highlighted the importance of old-growth forests in providing food sources and shelter for different bee species. Consequently, sustainable honey production requires a holistic approach, recognizing the complexity of the interactions between bees, flora, and human communities. Preserving habitats, adopting sustainable agricultural practices, and fostering collaboration between local communities are crucial elements in ensuring the prosperity of beekeeping and the health of the environment. Only with this comprehensive vision can we build a promising future for bees and honey production worldwide. The importance of scientific research in beekeeping goes beyond field observations. In-depth investigations unravel the complex mechanisms that govern the lives of bees, providing crucial data for making more efficient decisions. A notable example is the study of bee genetics, which reveals variations in their adaptive traits, allowing the selection of strains that are more resistant to diseases and pests. This scientific approach allows the creation of more assertive management strategies, promoting the health and productivity of hives. Now, consider how this applies when seeking solutions to the threats that hives face. Identifying specific pathogens and understanding their transmission dynamics are essential for developing effective prevention and control strategies. Studies on bee immunity, for example, reveal specific vulnerabilities that, once understood, can be targeted for preventive interventions. Furthermore, understanding the interactions between bees and the environment is essential for sustainable honey production. Detailed analyses of local biodiversity and the impacts of climate change on bee populations provide crucial data for developing strategies that protect hives and ensure biodiversity preservation. Research into the interactions between different bee species and the types of flowers they visit is crucial for understanding the complex web of life and for developing conservation strategies. In contrast to a purely scientific approach, the transmission of empirical knowledge between experienced beekeepers and new practitioners also plays a key role in preserving tradition and developing innovative practices. The exchange of information, based on years of experience, creates a valuable support network, allowing the dissemination of effective techniques and the sharing of insights into the particularities of each region. The most experienced beekeepers, through mentoring, teach the younger ones the subtleties of bee management, passing on the wisdom accumulated over generations. This ensures that the practice of beekeeping remains alive and that traditional knowledge continues to be valued and improved. Consequently, the combination of scientific research with traditional knowledge and the exchange of experiences between beekeepers is essential for the evolution of modern beekeeping. This synergy allows the creation of innovative solutions and the development of sustainable management practices, ensuring the survival of hives and the preservation of biodiversity. Practical experience, combined with scientific rigor, creates a dynamic and adaptable system, capable of facing the challenges of the future of beekeeping. A concrete example is the use of traditional management techniques, adapted in light of scientific evidence, which demonstrate surprising results in preventing diseases and increasing productivity. As we contemplate the intricate web of bee life, we realize that each thread, each detail, connects to a larger whole, a universe of interdependencies and nuances. The choice of the ideal location for the hive, the complex communication between bees, the vitality of the local flora, the influence of human practices and the crucial role of scientific research, all these seemingly distinct elements intertwine, forming a complex and harmonious fabric. It is like watching the formation of a crystal, where seemingly random atoms organize themselves into a perfect structure, revealing a surprising beauty and order. Beekeeping, in this context, is not limited to the production of honey. It manifests itself as a microcosm that reflects the challenges and opportunities we face on a global scale. The preservation of biodiversity, the need for sustainable agricultural practices and the importance of collaboration between human communities, these elements intertwine, shaping the journey of beekeeping on a path of sustainability and resilience. With each discovery, with each lesson, emerges a deeper understanding of the interconnection that exists between the human and the natural world. Given these nuances, the history of beekeeping is like a mirror, reflecting our own responsibilities and the opportunities that arise. It is a reflection that invites us to question our impact on nature, to rethink our practices and to seek innovative solutions. It is like searching for a map, where each clue, each detail, leads us ever closer to a complete understanding of the journey. Each discovery, each step, brings us closer to the final answer, guiding us towards a deeper understanding of what lies ahead. Reflecting on this journey so far, what becomes clear is the need for a holistic vision, which transcends the boundaries of disciplines and specializations. Understanding the intrinsic complexity of the relationships between bees, flora and human communities requires an integrated approach, where science, traditional knowledge and empathy walk hand in hand. It is like contemplating a painting, where each brushstroke, however small, contributes to the beauty and richness of the final work. As we approach the end of this journey, we realize the need for a more attentive and conscious look at the future of beekeeping. The search for sustainable solutions is not limited to the application of innovative techniques, but also to the construction of a collective consciousness, where the preservation of hives and biodiversity become a shared priority. It is like building a house, where each brick, each piece, is carefully selected and positioned to form a solid and lasting structure. So, prepare yourselves for what follows. As we delve deeper into this journey, prepare yourselves for a final reflection, a conclusion that transcends the simple analysis of facts. It is a journey that invites us to contemplate the future of beekeeping, to perceive its deeper meaning and its impact on our own existence. As we contemplate the intricate web of bee life, we realize that each detail, each drop of honey, is connected to a greater whole, a universe of interdependencies and nuances. The journey we follow reveals not only the complex science of beekeeping, but also a profound ecosystem of relationships, where the search for sustainability is manifested in every gesture, in every decision. It is a lesson that transcends the boundaries of the hive, reverberating in every corner of nature and in each one of us. Honey production, therefore, is not limited to being an economic activity, it presents itself as a mirror, reflecting the need for harmony between man and nature. Each hive, each drop of honey, invites us to an exercise in introspection, to a search for understanding our responsibilities and our interconnection with the natural world. It is a journey that compels us to question our impact, to rethink our practices and to seek innovative solutions to the challenges we face. The beauty of bees, and the importance of their existence, lies not only in the production of honey, but in their contribution to the balance of the ecosystem. Each flower visited, each grain of pollen collected, each communicative dance performed within the hive, are fundamental pieces of a larger puzzle, a complex and interconnected system that sustains life on Earth. The preservation of bees, therefore, is a shared responsibility, an obligation that transcends individual limits and extends to the collective. The saga of the beekeepers we follow reveals itself as a beacon, illuminating the path to a sustainable future. Their practices, combined with scientific rigor and the transmission of traditional knowledge, demonstrate that harmony between man and nature is possible. It is a journey that invites a deeper reflection on our relationship with the natural world, the importance of preserving biodiversity and the need for sustainable agricultural practices. The legacy that bees leave us, therefore, goes deeper than honey production. It is a call to action, an incentive for preservation, an inspiration to build a more sustainable and harmonious future. It is an invitation to pay closer attention to our role in nature, to value the interconnection that unites us, and to act responsibly and respectfully. The real work begins now. The responsibility to preserve bees, protect biodiversity, and build a sustainable future for all lies in our hands. However, the journey does not end here. It becomes an ongoing commitment, an unceasing search for solutions, and an alliance with nature. The key to a brighter future lies in the perseverance, unity, and respect we show for the natural world. May the beauty and importance of bee life inspire in us a responsibility for a more sustainable future, where honey continues to feed and delight generations to come. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to never miss an update.